not being afraid of it. You know, sometimes it is kind of scary, but it's better to do it than not. I always say ask forgiveness instead of permission. Keep it moving. Next up, we have Ms. Lindsay Kirkpatrick. How are you doing tonight?
What's up, everybody? It's my first time, so be nice. Be nice. Oh yeah! Alright. Solo cantabile. The attack is perfect. A weighted pole perpendicular to catgut, parallel to bridge. No raspy groans or shrill squeaks, just pure, equal temperament. The E string vibrates. Blurred waves resonate from beneath top horsehair flanked by polished oak. Resin powder clouds the air and momentarily obscures the glints of light ricocheted off the belly. Beneath the quiver, the saddle settles in, braced for sforzando on B flat. It sounds as it should. This one's called keel hauling, and I feel like you need a small amount of background if you're not familiar with nautical terms. Keel hauling is this form of punishment where they essentially strap the sailor to a rope, throw him underneath the boat, and pull him along the keel. If you go slowly, the sailor drowns, and if you go really quickly, so that he ends up living in the end, usually the barnacles will cut off an arm or decapitate him or scrape him up pretty badly. So, keel hauling. Again, you frap me firmly to keep me from the breeze, and just out of the bay I'm anchored to the ship. And Captain, I beg you, make it quick. A forceful kick to the chest and I topple over the rail, and your men pull me hand over hand with a righteous heave-ho under the hull of the frigate. And I worry for the binnacle, thrashed about carelessly as you try to jostle me down below. The casing is old, the wood is weak with rot. And after each such outing, I beg for a moment to dry it off and reset the compass into its protective orb, but the gimbal's rusted shut and hurt for some time now. You slalom the ship through slippery waters and marvel at its agility as you scream to the crew, slower, slower. And I suffer your ravenous appetite as you go faster, faster. Each impetuous turn brings another barnacle deeper into my body, and I think I will die this way, skewered beneath your feet. I wriggle and resist the undertow with relinquished prayers to let me surface or prepare me for next time a grave. My breath brings you delight as my garbled pleas bubble to the top. Hoisted aboard, I am untethered and fall to your feet with a walloping squelch. You laugh and kiss me, my face a warm ceviche, and find this all so delectable and not at all tiring. I shiver, exhausted from the frigid water. I retire to my room. You feign concern, sir, when you present to me your back, and you saunter off sarcastically. I hide our ship in my belly, and while I rest it sinks. With care, I scoop it out into a mason jar and set it on my shelf. From my seat, I observe it, ever sinking, in perpetual plummet to the depths, and I wonder when the men will abandon ship.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. Let me hear you make some noise if it's your first time here at Fresh Ink. First time? Rock on. Well, I've challenged all of you here to try and bring somebody who's never been to the Jazz House or to a poetry night next month. So he actually just gave me a perfect segue with your little marijuana poem. It was really very classy, very clever. If you take a look at the flyers on your table, this one is for the Medical Marijuana March in Kansas City. Some of you may have it, some of you may not, but I've got more. It's on Saturday, all day, starts at high noon, goes till 4, and then there's an after party at this community center, and my little hip-hop group called Phenometron will be performing at midnight, along with Madison DeCamp, who was on the violin. We got a couple other party favors up our sleeve that night, so it'll be a good time. You've also got on your table one of these, which is a Fresh Ink flyer. You could just take it with you and give it to somebody who might want to come every first Wednesday of the month. And then you've got an open mic in Kansas City, the Rant and Rave, every second and fourth Wednesday. So that being said,